move towards Downface Dog again, continuing our journey. I invite you to have a belt and a block in case we need them later. So just starting off a little bit of a warm up. So working from the feet upwards. So feet come underneath your hips. Use a wall or a chair if you need to. Just inhale, rise on the balls of the feet. And exhale, slowly lower down. You can have the hands on the waist or arms down beside you, whatever works for you. If you're having a bit of a wobbly day, you can always use the wall or a chair. As you breathe in, try and rise right up onto the balls of your feet. Pressing into your big toes and your little toes. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling all the way down. Shoulders relaxed. And just warming up those feet and ankles. One more. Breathing in. And out. And just soften the knees. Take the weight to the right foot. Peel the left foot off the floor. Just enough to circle that foot out. And if you are having a wobbly day, just use a wall or a chair, the wall or a chair, and around the other way. And then just pointing and flexing a few times. So after a downface dog, when people have got tight hamstrings and tight shoulders, as I mentioned before, it can become a struggle to do downface dog and to get a restorative sense, which is what it's meant to be. So spread out the toes, press into the ball of the foot. So it's meant to be a restorative pose to kind of restore and give you energy. But if you're struggling with it, then it's going to be the opposite. It's going to drain your energy. So just give your ankle a little bit of a jiggle, stretching out those toes. And then replacing that foot. Soften the knees, shift away to the other side. Peel the other foot off. And just circle that foot and keep the standing knee slightly bent. Nice deep breaths. And around the other way. And again, flexing and pointing a few times to really wake up into the ankle. And spread out the toes. Go press into the ball of the foot. If your toes don't bend, obviously just go gently. If they do bend, like mine do, a good old stretch. Check out the ankle. And just bring the feet a little bit closer together. Breathe in, bring your hands to your shoulders as you breathe out. Cross the arms forward, come into a chair pose. And we're going to do it with a dynamic breath. Breathe in and out. In. Into the nose. Out. Through the mouth. Bend the knees. Sink back into your heels. Really good. Push the arms out. Squeeze those knees together, try and press into all four corners of the feet. Do your belly button in. Breathe. 2, 1. And just take the feet a little bit wide on the hip width, hands on the waist. And just some nice big circles. Maybe go a little bit slower than you normally do. As I mentioned before, there's muscles in your legs that go up to your spine. So you don't just want to focus just on the hamstrings, it's on the whole of the back of the body. And then go around the other way. So we'll try and loosen up. And obviously, the taller you are, if you're kind of a tall person, you will tend to be tighter as well. So obviously your muscles are longer, and then you've got further to stretch. Coming back on the feet, on the back, underneath the hips, release the arms and roll the shoulders coming forward to start with. Allow your spine to kind of move around as well. So warming up into the spine. And going back, and the other way. And coming in the spine, wiggle and jiggle around a little bit. Inhale, shrug the shoulders, really squeeze the shoulder blades, then exhale, let them drop. So as you shrug, squeeze as tight as you can, tightly, 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 and literally just let it drop. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, drop. Do that twice more, squeeze, and really hold for a few seconds, squeezing tighter and tighter as you hold. chin towards your chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, relax the arms. And having the feet in about hip width apart, spread out the toes. Try to make sure the feet are pointing forwards and not turn out or in. And press with your big toe, inner, outer heel. And think of your spine, mobilizing your spine and stretching out the whole of the back of the body. So inhale, reach the arms up, stretch up, and imagine lengthening the whole body. So imagine stretching from your feet to the tops of the fingers. Check that you're not tensing the shoulders. You can either look forward or lift your eyelids a little bit, as long as it's not tensing the back of the neck. And exhale, relax the arms down, soften the knees, draw the belly button in. Inhale, relax your head, relax your neck, relax your ribs. Keep scooping the belly button in, and exhaling the rest of the way down. If you're peeling your spine off an imaginary wall, stretching out your spine, stretching out the backs of your legs. When you get here, hold on to opposite elbows. And keep the head relaxed. And now bend the knees deeply so your chest comes to your thighs. And as you exhale, slowly straighten the legs. But think more of opening up the backs of the knees. Don't worry if the legs don't straighten completely. Inhale, nice deeply bend. And exhale as you straighten. And do it a couple of times. And as you do that, I want you to try and make sure that you're keeping pressing into all four corners of the feet. So the weight is staying equal on all four corners of the feet. We're stretching out the spine as well as the backs of the legs. Head nice and relaxed. So again, think of opening up the backs of the knees rather than just in terms of straightening the legs. So as if you're stretching, literally from your heels all the way to your head, stretching out the spine as well. Release the arms, keep a deep knee bend, keep your tummy pulled in, start to curl back up. Inhaling, starting with your tailbone. Imagine you're imprinting your spine into your wall, waist, lower ribs, exhaling, ribcage, shoulders, neck, and head comes up last. Inhale, reach the arms up, stretch out the whole body, either looking forward or looking up a little bit. Again, stretching out from feet to fingertips. Exhale, release the arms down. Soften the knees, and now relax the head, neck, shoulders. And exhale the rest of the way down. And go nice and slow, there's no rush. Relaxing all the way down, stretching out the whole of the back of the body. Then hold on to opposite elbows, whichever arm you've got in front. Switch. Bring the other arm in front. Then relax the head and neck. So the arms fold like holding onto elbows. You're adding a little bit of extra weight to stretch out the spine. This time, inhale, nice deep knee bend. And as you breathe out, slowly straighten the right leg, keeping the left knee bent. And inhale, bend, deep knee bend. So really deep knee bend. And exhale, slowly try to straighten your left leg. Just do that a couple more times, alternating. So deep knee bend, so your chest literally is resting on your thighs, and then slowly straightening one leg at a time. And when you straighten the leg, again, think of opening up the backs of the knees, but also think of tightening your kneecap and your thigh muscle, so it's very active. So you're not just like straightening the leg, that's it, you're not just snapping the knee shut. You're activating the thigh muscles, you're activating around your knees, you're pressing into all four corners of your feet. Release the arms, then keep the tummy pulled in and slowly start to roll back up. Again, literally stacking the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Little building blocks. And the head comes up last. And you're just going to step back with that right foot on a slight diagonal. Bend back. to the top of your thigh. So you're about to encircle around your thigh. And imagine kind of circling that hip. So it might be kind of strange to start with. So imagine making space around your hip joint so that we can free up your hamstrings and go round the other way. Do nice deep breaths as you're doing that. You can go slow if you need to. And any movement we do for the first time kind of feels like clunky and strange. And just kind of sink back a little bit and stretch. Breathing in and out. And release. Come up, bring that foot in. We'll step the other foot back. So we step back in a slight angle, bend the back knee. Take your hands around the top of your thigh. Again, imagine circling that leg, that hip, all around. Again, that seems strange to start with. And go round the other way. So again, imagine you're making space around that joint. And just stretch and release a little bit. Again, stretching out the hamstrings and the spine. And then coming back. And taking your feet nice and wide as you can. Lift the toes, spread them out. Press into all four corners of the feet. So you start to stretch your inner thighs before we've even gone anywhere. Again, press into big toe, little toe, inner, outer heel, so you're not just like hanging there. There's energy in your legs. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Slide your hands down towards your feet. Now don't worry if you're nowhere near your feet. Just when you come down, make sure you can feel the weight in the whole of the foot, because we have a tendency to sink back onto the heels. So feel the weight in the whole of the foot. And imagine trying to extend the crown of the head towards the floor. Even if it feels like it's miles away, imagine that's what you're doing. So imagine, if you can, hold on to the ankles. And imagine trying to lift the feet up off the floor. So that you're trying to draw the crown of the head towards the floor. And through here, we're going to lift halfway. So you're going to bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs and looking slightly forward. So lengthening again from tailbone to crown of the head. So imagine stretching out the waist. Keep your legs active. If you need to bend your knees, then do so. That if you round it over, draw your heart forward. As you breathe out, come back into that forward bend. And imagine trying to bring the crown of the head to the floor. And you're going to come to a sumo squat. So you're going to bring your hands close to your feet. If you can, hands to the floor, maybe holding on to your ankles, press the knees out. Again, feel that stretch in your inner thighs. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, fold again, noticing how it feels this time. And inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins, or maybe fingertips to floor, and heel toe the feet in once. So you bring them in a little bit closer. the knees out. Make space around your hip joints as you breathe out again. Fold over your legs. Then leaning, crown of the head towards the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Heel to the feet in once. Stretching out of the waist. Lift your tailbone. Opening up the backs of the knees. As you breathe out again, then fold. Holding onto your ankles, very bridge. Lengthen your spine. And sumo squat, inhale. Bend those knees again. Notice how it feels as we get narrower. Press those knees out. Inhale as you exhale. And straighten into that forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. Bring the feet in, heel to the feet in once. Exhale, fold, looking down towards the floor. And noticing how it feels. Different stretches, different places. Now bend the knees, squat. So again, you might need to have the hands in a different place as they come narrower. Press those knees out. Exhale, fold. This time release the arms, bend your knees, and start to roll up through the spine, coming all the way up to standing. Also, all the way, grab your belt and come down onto the mat. As we're lying down, imagine what we can pull out as your powerhouse. So imagine like a rectangle shape. So if you draw a line from shoulder to shoulder, down to the hip, across and back up, rectangle shape. Because often when we're lying down and you stretch out the hamstring, we have a tendency to twist the pelvis. We kind of like do that in order to get the leg further. We want to try and keep both sides of the waist level. So kind of get it into your muscle memory before we come down onto the mat. If when you're lying flat, your head, your leg is tilted back, then pop a little cushion or support under your head. So the feet hip width apart. Lay yourself down, make sure your head is in alignment so it's not tipping back. Again, get a sense of that powerhouse, that rectangle shape. And with your pelvis being relaxed, your tailbone relaxed, and also your shoulders relaxed. So remember, it's not about how far you can stretch. Having your belt, so you've got it there, just gently draw the right knee in. If you can, hold on behind your thigh. And as you have it in, try to relax the leg as much as possible. Feel a bit of a release in the back of the body. And as you exhale, slowly straighten into a bit of a hamstring stretch. And notice as you do that, if there's any twisting or pulling in that pelvis, if you can like lift the pelvis a little bit. Inhale, hug it in. Feel the back relax. Exhale, slowly straighten. So we want to try and make sure that we keep this relaxed feeling as we stretch. And then take your belt, hook it around your foot, and try and hold on a bit closer to you so your elbows are on the floor. So we don't want to lift the shoulders off the floor either. We want the shoulders to stay relaxed. And then just a couple of that same kind of movement. Inhale, bend. And then exhale, straighten. So don't worry if you can't straighten the leg completely. We just want to make sure that as you straighten it, you're not doing that twisting in the pelvis. And again, focus on opening up the back of the knee. And gently push through the ball of the foot. So as if you're pressing the ball of the foot into the belt. This time we're going to stay here, breathe here. Again, think of opening up the back of the knee rather than just slamming the knee. So we're going to just slam the knee shut. We're going to try and open up the back of the knee. And imagine trying to suck the thigh muscle into that hip socket. So we're doing a little bit of movement here. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, just take the leg across the body a little bit. So we're trying not to twist or tilt, and you'll feel a stretch down the back of the leg. Inhale back to center, and exhale, take the leg out to the side a little bit, again without tipping in your pelvis. So if you wish, you can hold on to the belt with one hand and have the other hand on your hip. Inhale, center, exhale, across the body. Inhale, center, exhale, out to the side. As you're doing that, press the left foot into So it's a strong, active stretch. You may find that each time you take the leg a little bit further, but it's not a competition. You want to try and avoid tipping. You want to avoid tipping off that left butt cheek. And as you come back, just doing some little circles here. And try and imagine the arm doing more of the work. So if you're using the arm and the belt to circle around rather than the thigh muscles, and change direction. Run the other way. Back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, take the leg across the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Release the belt. Pop the foot down. Take a second. Notice how that side feels compared to the other side. Other side, so drawing the left in, hold on lightly behind that thigh. As you inhale, as you hug it in, try and relax this left leg as much as possible. Feel a release in the back of the body. There we go. As you breathe out, slowly straightening that leg. Try pressing the lower back down into the floor. Inhale, right, so we're not just like slamming the knee shut. We're trying to keep length in the spine. Because sometimes what we tend to do is we tend to focus so much on getting a good stretch that we lose technique elsewhere. We don't want to do that. Inhale, hug it in. Exhale, extend. And taking your belt, get over that foot. Inhale, bend, almost as if you're doing like a half happy baby. Exhale, slowly extend, again pressing, lengthening through your tailbone, pressing the lower back down into the mat. Inhale, bend, and exhale, extend. Press through the ball of the foot. You're keeping the shoulders relaxed, and it's not a competition as to how far you move the leg, that's not important. And hold it here if you wish. You can hold the belt with your left hand and place your right hand on your hip. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take the leg across. Again, keeping everything else still. Inhale back to center. Exhale out to the side. You go nice and slowly so you're not tipping off the right side. So draw your belly button in as well. Inhale, center. Exhale. Across the body. Noticing how it feels on this side. Inhale, center. And exhale. Out to the side. So it's a very active stretch. Just as you're using a belt doesn't mean that it's not an active stretch. In other words, it's not a passive stretch. This leg isn't relaxed. You're using a lot of energy, putting a lot of oomph into it, a lot of energy into it. Pressing through the ball of the foot, tightening up the thigh muscles, drawing your belly button towards the floor. And then here you can relax the leg a little bit as you just do a couple of circles in each direction. And around the other way. So for this little bit, you can just let the arm do the work. And then come back, one more inhale. As you exhale, take the leg across the body. Just notice if it feels any different. Inhale, center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, center, and release the belt. Just bring the feet down, take the moment here so you can notice how the body feels. Take a few nice deep breaths. And you can either stay here a lot longer, or if you're ready, I've trapped a rib, so I'm not moving particularly gracefully at the minute, but if you are ready to enter your practice, bringing yourself up and bringing your hands to your heart to your hands, can you bow to seal your practice. I know we haven't actually gone into Downface Dog today, but that's because we're trying to prepare the body, because although it's an iconic pose that we do quite a lot, it is often done kind of like, I won't say incorrectly, but that's not really, it's done in a way that's not as beneficial as it could be. So I'm trying to get you to get some things in your muscle memory so that when you do go into Downface Dog, it will start to feel energizing rather than draining. If you have any questions, any comments, please let me know and enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Mwah.